Oh my gosh. Hi everybody. I'm Sarah, the Real Simple Mama. My fingers are freezing, so we're going to do a super quick chicken tip video just showing you how we are preparing for this ridiculous Texas winter storm. I've got other videos around that will show you what we did in preparation, but I've done even more. So we are going to be in the single digits. What? I have lived in Texas my entire life, and I swear, like, that's not a real temperature to me. We are getting, it's Saturday morning right now. We are right at freezing right now. They're saying by Monday and Tuesday it's going to be 7. That's not a real temperature. My brain just can't even comprehend. But what I did is I found some more plastic sheeting. So not only have I covered my trees, my little baby trees, but I made even more of a structure for the girls because they're going to be out here in this insanity for the next few days. So you can see my winter prep videos. Remember, we're just trying to keep a space where your chickens can get warm and dry, basically get out of the wet and out of the wind as much as possible. And instead of me having a few little structures around, I thought it would be easier if we just made like a big chicken compound. And I know I'm using any random material I could find. We've got so many new plants in the ground. We have over 40 between here and the chicken run and then our butterfly garden. We've got 2 greenhouses you see there full of plants, but this weather is going to be absolutely brutal. So what we did is we've added some wind barrier in every direction as much as possible. So essentially this playhouse is connecting to that space there, that's connecting all the way to that end of the coop. The other 3 sides of the coop are covered with plastic. You do need to remember though that there is a balance between insulation, right, keeping the heat in, and ventilation, which means you need to have air moving through. Your chickens poop in their roost space where they sleep, which for me is that 2nd level. And of course, if possible, you still need to be cleaning it out every single day. But remember that because their poop also has the ammonia from the equivalent of their urine in it, you do need to have some ventilation as well. You don't want that ammonia building up and they pass away in their sleep. So I would not have covered this entire thing in solid plastic. For example, there does still need to be ventilation. Just remember that warm air will always rise, right? Warm air will tend to go up and cold air will tend to stay down. So they still have their little windows open, and then of course there's little tiny gaps there in between the doors where there's still breeze getting through. But me having all of those bags and then these extra structures, it will make a huge difference in the overall temperature. And chickens can hang even if their coop is like 36, 34 degrees. That is still okay. Remember, just because you're cold as a human being, and I think my hand is going to be like permanently frozen in phone holding pose, but remember, just because you're cold, it doesn't mean that your chickens are in danger. I will warn you again against using any kind of electric heat source. I know some people have good luck with it, and in no way am I judging you. I'm just asking you one more time to be extremely, extremely careful. In my opinion, chickens don't need it. I would rather have them just snuggle up with each other to be warm. Let the flock just fluff up on their roost bars and be real close to each other and keep each other warm, and they'll be fine, as opposed to, you getting a call in the middle of the night that your coop is burning down and all of your birds have passed away. So just be really careful. This is what they do when they're cold. See, they just fluff up. We call this the grumpy seagull. Right, Blue? She looks like a grumpy seagull and her neck has disappeared, but she's just fluffed up and staying warm. As you can see, it's probably 32 out here right now, and my chickens don't care. They're out foraging, they're still eating. And the last thing I would remind you when we're out here is that you not only give them a repose or a break away from the wet and the wind, which means they need to have some place where the wind is being blocked so that they can get out of it when they've had enough, right? When they're out here and they're like, oh, okay, now I'm too cold, I need to go get out of this. They have a place where they can go. But also make sure that they have at least as much food as normal. Give them extra food. You can do hot oatmeal. I have a whole like chicken treats and snacks playlist. You can look at ideas. There are things you can add that are immune boosting, everything from raw garlic to spices like chili powder and crushed red pepper that will help them out. Giving them extra protein like sunflower seeds and mealworms and fly grubs is really great also, because they will eat more. They're like a little furnace. You want to keep that fire burning, you need to keep adding fuel, so they will eat more. And so I've noticed that their food, which is in a big bucket right past there, their food has been going down a little bit more quickly. So I wanted to show you everything that we did. So there is, as you can see, there's still an opportunity for some wind and some breeze to get in there, but we've added extra dirt. We're going to check their water every day to make sure it doesn't freeze. And that includes the little cups, like if you have little drinker cups or little nozzles or whatever it is where the water actually comes out, checking that to make sure it doesn't freeze. But ultimately you want to give them a place where they can go to get out of the wind and to get out of the wet. We are expecting an ice storm on Monday, which is just unreal. So see, we've got this all the way around. It's stapled in a way that I can still access all of the first level doors. My trees are all covered. All of our perennials are covered. And my staple gun has never been more popular. But we use the rest of the plastic sheeting that we had, so that they have from their coop door, their automatic door there, they have a whole bunch more. This whole side is now guarded, and then they have this whole zone where everybody has room to hang out and walk around. So we're going to throw some sunflower seeds in there, but I wanted to show you that we've done pretty much everything we can. We've used every extra bed sheet, towels, tablecloths, every feed bag, seed bag, everything that we could find. And we'll keep taking care of our girls and checking on them. So I hope you guys are warm and you're safe and you're well, and we will be back soon. Thanks.